Alrighty. Today we'll be going over anomalous technology. Glossary of Terms, we're going to be going over anomalous technologies. So, on to that. Anomalous technologies. Technology and devices existing within the Foundation setting. Agnostics. Substances that make consumers more open to otherwise incomprehensible anomalous phenomena by altering their thought patterns to become more illogical. Akiva counter or Akiva detector. A device for measuring the level of Akiva radiation, enabling divine presence and individual piety to be quantified. See the Akiva counter operating instructions for more information on how they work. Amnestics. Drugs, procedures, or devices that include memory loss when administered to an individual. While drugs with amnestic effects are not unknown to medical science, the Foundation's amnestics have much greater potency and specificity, enabling them to make civilian witnesses forget about any anomalous activity that they have witnessed. The term for subjecting someone to an amnestic is amnesticize. Although the exact details vary, see the amnestic use guide and the updated amnestic guide for more information. Apportation. Teleportation through thaumaturgy requires significant preparation to arrive on target and causes substantial backlash. Artificially Intelligent Conscript, AIC. An artificial intelligence created and employed by the Foundation's Artificial Intelligence Applications Division. Beryllium bronze, an alloy of copper and beryllium that is frequently used in anomalous devices. Although the physical properties of the metal are well known to metallurgists, the exact details of its anomalous properties vary widely, ranging from channeling consciousness to conducting emotions to amplifying thaumaturgic energy. Black suit, the Global Occult Coalition's standard field dress, an advanced form of bulletproof body armor that resembles ordinary clothing. Bright Zartian Hominid Replicator, BZHR, a device capable of creating non-anomalous humans from raw material. Individuals can be created at any age and can be implanted with memories and skills. Essential to the function of SCP-2000, may also be used to create D-class personnel and potentially other Foundation employees. Yeah, we'll see. Let's say this. I'm pretty sure this does not come up much in the Foundation wiki, frankly. Counter meme or mimetic. Oh my gosh, counter meme or mimetic inoculation. A counter meme protects against or reverses the effects of an anomalous meme. Dark web. A cloud computing service operated by Marshall, Carter, and Dark as a subscription service, enabling access to anomalous applications via ordinary computers, used by the anomalous community to access services such as Void. Deepwell server, alternatively capitalized as Deepwell server, specialized data storage servers capable of preserving information across shifts in reality, either because they are located in extra-dimensional space or because they utilize shielding from Scranton reality anchors or other anomalous technology. Demonarcotics. Performance-enhancing drugs made from demons, also known as Tartaian entities. Demonics, a type of paratechnology that incorporates sentient entities referred to as demons, also known as Tartaian entities, particularly into electronic devices. See this history for more information. Eigenweapon, an anomalous weapon of mass destruction, capable of fundamentally changing the nature of warfare. Named by analogy to the mathematical concept of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. See this tale for one history of eigenweapon development. Terms like eigenmachine may be used to describe similar devices intended for purposes other than destruction. Ennui protocol, an emergency operation that quickly subjects the global human population to the effects of amnestic, only used in the event that an imminent lifting of the veil is otherwise unavoidable. Let's say the only time I've really seen Ennui Protocol come up is in there's an SCP that basically changed the way we see color, and they specifically use the Ennui Protocol to make people forget the old way that we saw color, because people that were like transitioning into the new way we saw color, the ones that still remembered the old way, a lot of them became like suicidal over the loss of the old way we saw color. So they used the Ennui Protocol to like make people forget the old system of color we had, because there would have been like global uh catastrophic levels of death, more or less, if they didn't like alter the way people thought about it. So all right. Everheart Resonator, a device for converting a device for converting I can't speak today. A device for converting electrical energy into EVE in order to power thaumaturgy. Geas, the use of mimetic agents to force a person to obey a set of rules or guidelines. The name comes from Irish mythology, where a geas is a magically enforced prohibition against certain actions. Gnostics, the opposite of an agnostic. Gnostics make one more certain or sure of things, although this does not necessarily make them correct. Kant counter, instrument used to measure the Hume level of a location, that is, the amount of reality that is present. Mimetic kill agent, a mimetic hazard with a lethal effect on anyone exposed to it without the appropriate inoculation with a countermean. Used to protect SCP-001 and other important data from unauthorized access. The SCP-001 page specifically describes a cognitohazard on it as a Berryman-Langford kill agent, a reference to the Berryman logical image technique from a short story by science fiction author David Langford. Interesting. Nestic, the opposite of an amnestic. Nestics are chemical compounds that enhance the user's memory. This can be used to bring back erased or forgotten memories, counter the effects of amnestics, and resist amnestic effects. See the Amnestic Division series and the updated amnestic guides for more information. Orange Suit, the Global Occult Coalition's Ultra Heavy Engagement Chassis, UHEC, consisting of paratechnological robot controlled by a human pilot, also known as a mecha suit. Orichalcos or orichalcum, a crystalline substance originating from Atlantis, capable of storing extreme amounts of digital data and electrical or thaumaturgical energy. While very rare, the Foundation has successfully created synthetic orichalcos as an inferior but mass-producible alternative. Panopticon, a global surveillance network designed to detect and monitor anomalous phenomena across the globe. Composed of multiple... I don't know what it is with me today. I'm stumbling over so many words. Composed of multiple covert recording devices, linked-in government surveillance systems, paratechnological constructs, artificially intelligent conscripts, and an array of satellites. Managed by RISA's surveillance division from its headquarters at Site 7. Paratechnician, a creator of or expert in the use of paratechnology. Paratechnology, paratech. Technology that relies on anomalous principles or components to function, such as the devices developed by Prometheus Labs and Anderson Robotics. More specific terms like paraweapon, paraweapon and parapharmaceutical may be used for specific types of paratechnology. Paratechnological anomalies may also be referred to as wonders, magic items, or technothaumaturgy. Pickman-Sinclair Narrative Fluctuation Detector, a handheld device for detecting changes in the narrative, related to the law of narrative causality and to pataphysics. Scramble goggles, an eyepiece that identifies and obscures visual cognitohazards in real time, enabling the wearer to observe these anomalies without being exposed to their effects. Scramble gear was originally designed by Dr. Dan and Dr. Oleski for the containment of SCP-096, and it was a fucking failure, and everyone who used them died. At least in the very first time they were ever used. For SCP-096, they everyone died because there was like 1/100th of a second before they could effectively like block an image from coming through. So there was like 100th of a second of uninterrupted light where they saw, even though they didn't consciously comprehend what SCP-096 looked like, they saw it technically, and so it chose them as targets anyway, and then they all died. I'm sure it's much more useful for other things that don't like seek you out and kill you when you see it. Scranton Reality Anchor, SRA, a technology that stabilizes reality around it, preventing or restricting reality bending, as well as other forms of anomalous interference, which may or may not include thaumaturgy and anomalous effects more broadly. Occasionally called a Scranton box or Scranton reality buoy, although these terms may refer to somewhat different technology. May function through the use of the brains of captured reality benders or tissue cloned from them, although there are alternative explanations for how they work, including the use of a rare element known as scrantonite or scrantonum. See this FAQ, named after the in-universe inventor Robert Scranton. Shibboleth Identification Network, SIN, an audio surveillance system included within Foundation facilities, designed to detect anomalous keywords, such as cognitohazards, and highly classified codes that have been spoken out loud. Telekill, SCP-148, a metal with the property of blocking or preventing anomalous extrasensory mental effects like telepathy and mind control. We'll go into it. Vegas Room, a memetically insulated space that removes memories of what happened within upon leaving. As the saying goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Used by the Anti-Memetics Division for sensitive conversations and investigations into anti-memetic info hazards. Works through information suppression camouflage derived from the bones of SCP-2256. Veritas, a headset that detects Elan Vital energy, enabling magical auras around people and objects to be detected and identified by the operator. The color assigned to different EVE signatures corresponds to the GOC's code words for anomalous humanoids, including type blue, type green, and type red. The device can use resonance imaging to visualize the surrounding environment through the detection of EVE's interactions with non-anomalous particles, enabling the wearer to see through walls. Veritas replaced the more primitive colliculus etheric resonance imager. See this transcript for more information. Veritas is incorporated into Oculus, the Global Occult Coalition's 4-function enhanced vision system, alongside low light, infrared, and ultraviolet imaging. The multi is an equivalent device developed by Prometheus Labs for use by the American government. White suit. The global occult. Oh my gosh. I can't. I'm mumbling so much today. It's crazy. The Global Occult Coalition's combat garment, consisting of powered armor concealed by a cloaking device. Good lord. Zyank Anatasakos constant temporal sync, or Zyank Anatasakos constant time sync. XACTS. Named after Dr. Oh my goodness. Named after Dr. Thaddeus Zyank and Dr. Athena Anastasakos of the Foundation's Temporal Anomalies Department, capable of protecting a place or an object from temporal changes or altering the passage of time to speed it up or slow it down within a specific area. Good God. That whole section was so scuffed. All right. This will be the end of the video for YouTube viewers, and I will keep the stream up for everyone else. See you all later.